Good morning. Good morning. It's muting out slowly, so why don't you help me out and mute yourselves out, if you will. My name is Phyllis Nash. I am your Chief Sales Officer and one of the four co-founders. Really excited about being here. Excited about what's going on in Wakanna, all over the place. Flat Belly Lifestyle, March Madness, getting ready to come up to the 3rd year anniversary. Oh my goodness, what is it not to be excited about? And so I'm going to get out of the way and bring on our CEO, our visionary, Melissa Boston, someone I've known now over 15 years. This young lady truly made an impact on my life. The first time I met her, she had just fired her boss. Who does that, right? Yes, from a 6-figure corporate America job, but it was not meeting her needs. She was time broke and was not able to spend the time with the people that meant the most to her. Went into social selling full time, became MVP of 3 companies, built teams over 46 countries, and then pivoted in 2017 when a mentor of hers asked her to be a CEO of his cannabis company. She said, oh, no way, not cannabis. But one thing about her, she is open-minded. She listened to the testimonies, listened to the calls, saw how cannabis was changing the lives for people, a better quality of life. Took that company from 8,000 to 200,000 a month. And what happened in 2019? Wakanna was a dream, and then it became a reality. And we're about to celebrate that on April 20th in a few weeks. Without further ado, Melissa, are you out there?
Oh, good morning, Phyllis. I'm out here. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Out loud and clear.
Wonderful. Great. Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Super excited. I want to welcome everyone to the line. All of our brand new distributors, we want to welcome you. All of our March Madness contestants who are out there, going out and grinding every single week, getting it done. I want to say hello, good morning, and congratulations to all of you too. It was so exciting last night having a chance to, be on the March Madness contest and hearing from our very own CSO Phyllis Nash and Dan Johnson, our VP of Training, and just hearing just all the excitement, all the momentum. So again, congratulations. And just thank you, Phyllis, for who you are and all that you do. I mean, she so graciously and goes through and greets everyone on the call every single Monday, every single day. And I'm telling you what, Phyllis, we just owe so much to you. And we're just so appreciative of what you do to lead the charge here at Wakanna as our midwife, as our CSO, as our first diamond, first double diamond, just getting it done, breaking records all across the board as you've done across multiple industries. So we just, again, appreciate you. And super excited also because we have been celebrating Women's History Month. Last week I had a chance to read the quote from our very own Phyllis Nash. And I don't know if you had a chance to check our banners out, but all week long since then, we've been celebrating our very own Chief Medical Officer. And we are super excited to celebrate her as a mother, as an OB/GYN. She owns her own fitness company. She is our CMO, our pillar of health, and you'll see her on ABC, CBC, NBC, Fox, and even CNN. And so I'm going to read her quote this morning. And her quote is this: our vision is, we exist to help end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. And she goes on to say, I am the CMO of Wakanna for Life and the pillar of health. As a cannabis and women's health expert, I've witnessed thousands of women utilize cannabis CBD to assist with their women's health issues. Cannabis continues to be a game changer in the lives of women and their health. Dr. Rita J. McGuire, CMO. And so as she shared our vision, I'll now share our mission. We are the catalyst to stir a movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, formulators, and investors, evoking the courage and strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. I also want to say this morning before I go on, happy birthday to my grandfather, who actually turns 94 years young. super excited. Can't wait to give him another big hug. I was there last week, but hoping to sneak in at some point so that I can just say happy birthday in person. The 420 Global Expo is coming soon. VIPs, congratulations if you secured your ticket. Well, guess what? We have just 21 VIP spots left. I knew we were going to sell out in record time. We actually expanded this to have even more VIP tickets, so we actually had more than normal. And can you believe we're down to our very last 21? So if you have procrastinated in getting your ticket, you're going to want to make sure you take advantage of that today, because I am sure we're going to be pulling that link off by midnight tonight. I'm going to go through our 420 Global Wealth Expo so you'll know exactly what to expect. In fact, we're going to do an entire week-long celebration because it is our 3rd year anniversary. And so it's only appropriate that we celebrate it like it is 1999, okay? And so super excited because, yes, we're going to kick it off with an opportunity meeting. In fact, you're going to have a chance to hear from all 4 pillars. Oh, my goodness, this happens usually just once a year. And so you're going to want to tune in on April the 15th as the pillars not only present the opportunity, but we have a brand new presentation that we're launching for Wakanna 3.0 that has never been seen yet. And you're going to have a chance to see it during the debut on April the 15th. That's going to take place at 7 p.m. Stay tuned for details. The next day on April the 16th, we're having our full conference. That's going to go from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that's going to be so exciting. In fact, stay tuned because our conference team, they're going to be dropping nuggets so you'll know exactly what to expect all week long. In fact, the next event is going to be on the 20th, which is on a Wednesday, and that's going to be our exciting 420 virtual party. Some of you, I'm sure, will be joining us in person. We're going to have a DJ, but no worries. For those of you joining virtually, you know how we do it, Wakanna style. You're going to have a chance to party with us as we celebrate National Weed Day, as we celebrate our 3rd year anniversary. And what we've done, because April the 17th, if you didn't know, it's actually Easter Sunday. So we decided for the training to push that to the 24th. And so that way we can have an entire week to celebrate. And so you'll have a chance to join us again on the 24th from 9 to, I believe, 3 p.m. and learn all from our top industry experts, our top distributors, our top doctors. They're going to share all their nuggets and help you take your business, your life to that next level. Right now, we do have general admission tickets available too. These normally will be $79, but you can take advantage of this very low price of $49.95 for general admission through midnight tomorrow. Okay, so those ticket prices were actually on the 22nd, so through 11:59 p.m. on the 22nd of March. Okay, so super excited to announce all of the exciting nuggets happening at our 420 Global Wealth Expo. And so one of the things I also just want to say, guys, God is so good, right? I cannot let the cat out the bag, right? But see, this is why you really have to be at our conference. I mean, we have so many exciting things coming down the pipeline. A new product, can't give you any details on that because it's still being worked out. But all I can tell you is what is about to happen is truly, truly a game changer. Even a new exercise system that we're introducing to the flat belly lifestyle, it's going to really give your clients, really give everyone what they need to take their health and life to the next level. In fact, it's amazing how people come into your life at different times. People cross your path, and sometimes it takes a decade or more for all those dots to connect. Phyllis and I actually were together back in 2007, actually. And do you know that we had our very first bioscan back in 2007? Now, this bioscan was a little different in the sense that it actually measured the meridian points of your organs, really testing for chronic diseases like cancer. So it really wasn't looking for the heart disease and the other stuff, but it was looking for the life energy of those organs. Well, here's the crazy thing about life, guys. Never in a million years did we ever realize the very same person who scanned Phyllis and I would be the Mexican naturopath who Dr. Eric constantly talked about, okay, who actually crossed paths with him in 2011. I mean, can you believe, just how God works and how I know it's all part of a bigger plan? Now, we stayed in business and in contact with that naturopath through various businesses. In fact, Beverly Blair really has been in business with this lady for decades. I mean, they've made hundreds of thousands of dollars together. I mean, just broke records throughout the industries. But can you believe that is the very same naturopath who actually came back into our lives? She's been in Wakanna for a couple of years, okay? I mean, so the story just keeps getting better and better. So she's been in Wakanna for a few years, but now she's actually brought something to us. Just like that bioscan was game changing for Dr. Prince, she's actually brought something back to us that actually was also a game changer for Dr. Prince back in 2011. So yes, he was a vegan. He was working his body and doing some great things on the natural side, but there was a very special product that he actually had access to back in 2011. And it came through this very same naturopath. This product not only helped him to go out, break records, in the world of sports, in the world, of all these phenomenal records that he broke. But it also, when we saw the video of him racing, I mean, not only did he finish first, okay, beating out competition that was half his age, okay, at 42, breaking all these records, but when he got done, he was just jumping around with this energy like we've never seen. It's like, oh my God, everybody else was gasping for breath. They couldn't even stand it anymore, and he wasn't leaned over. He was up just jumping. And I'm like, what in the world? Okay. And so can you imagine that all of this came through this same very connection, this story that he's told over and over, but it's somebody actually already in Wakanna, okay? I mean, but again, this person, really never fully embraced the idea of the scan because the people who were really bringing it to her was from out of the country. And so now she's excited about it. In fact, he's had to re-educate her about it. And at the same time, she's brought some cutting edge technology that's going to help our seniors, that's going to help our millennials, that's going to help all of us take our energy levels to the next level. And I, again, can't give you the details, but all I can tell you is buckle up. When we say Wakanna 3.0, you better believe we mean Wakanna 3.0. Something big is brewing, and you want to stay tuned, and you don't want to miss packing out those seats at conference, because what happens at every conference, we see records being broke. We see teams break through. I've always been told, if you want to take your business to diamond, if you want to take your business to double diamond, what do you need to do? You need to pack out those conferences, because every person you put in those seats is going to equal volume, momentum. And when you have enough people in those seats, that's how you are going to break rank. So if you've not yet figured out your strategy for 2022, your biggest strategy for this year to lay the biggest foundation to prepare your business for November, when we're closing out our founding member packages. And we're going to start planting the seeds for that in April. And so what that means is the teams that have the most people in the seat at this conference in April are going to be the teams that break the records this year. They're going to be the teams that go double and triple diamond. They're going to be the teams that break through at 5-star diamond. And a lot of that, will happen in April, but really you're going to be planting seeds for even bigger growth that's going to come in October, November, bigger growth that's going to come in July, because guess what? As soon as we're done with our April conference, in a few months, we're going to have our July conference. We're going to announce another exciting trip at our July conference. And so you can see that this is absolutely the time to be connected and plugged in with Wakanna. I also want to do something to go over some of the things that happened this weekend. I mean, just so much happening, right? I mean, Saturday, for those of you who were here in Chicago, was so awesome. And it wasn't just awesome because we had our event at the corporate office, but there were multiple events happening for Wakanna. While we were at the corporate office, Phyllis was actually out at a senior facility scanning a lot of seniors and really helping to empower them. And then the next day, Dr. Rita was with Gail Key, and they were doing scans for Gail's family and their family. I mean, how powerful is that? Then we saw Willie Mooney and Ann Mooney. They were doing scans, I mean, all day long with their teams. And it's just exciting, folks, to understand where we're going. In fact, I got calls from Gigi. She missed the 5 o'clock presentation because guess what she was doing? She was doing scans in Texas, okay? And so it's exciting because we're starting to see the beginning of the massive momentum that's coming. See, it's always exciting when companies are growing, when we're having these, growth spurts, right? But can you imagine when you're with us because you've been there faithful, you've been there dedicated, you've been there working, you've been there with us through a pandemic, okay? I mean, imagine we started our business right before a global pandemic when so many companies were going out of business. The fact that we not only thrived during the pandemic, we grew during the pandemic. What that tells you is we are a company that's destined for vertical growth. And do you know what vertical growth feels like? We've had a chance to experience vertical growth several times in this industry. And it's when a company hits the sweet spot. And because we're now finally getting to the point we can do those in-home parties, right? All the activity that it really takes for companies to go out and knock it out the park. Can you imagine just what your business is going to look like over the next 12 months? In fact, we're on our way to places like Houston, Texas, Lafayette, Louisiana, which is about 2 hours from New Orleans, Boston, Massachusetts. In fact, go to Flat Belly events. You can get all of the details. The scans are starting to get out and get into the hands of our distributors. Now, just know that if you are a wellness coach and you did get your scan, there are very special instructions. And so we want to make sure before you start utilizing your scan, you understand exactly what you need to do, because if you don't understand what to do, you might put it on your computer, not knowing which virus protection to use, and end up having some of your scans erased, okay? So you don't want to do that, okay? So let's kind of slow down for a moment. And tomorrow at 6 p.m., we're going to help you speed up and catch up. We're going to have a call with all the wellness coaches to really get you aligned with what's happening. In fact, the test is coming out this week, so you're going to have a chance to get your certification final. So 6 p.m. Central tomorrow, stay tuned because we're going to have a very, very special call. Also, too, I do want to remind all of our coaches to get those agreements back in. We're going to start calling you out and sending you an email if we don't have it, guys, because we really need those back. So check your email. Perhaps you never really saw the email. So make sure you go look for an email and get that agreement back to us so that we can facilitate all that we're supposed to do for you. Because one of the things we're also doing is now that several of you are starting to go through the process of really understanding how to scan, one of the things that's going to happen is you're going to be keeping track of all the people you scan. You're going to be keeping track, of all the people who are in your group for wellness coaching. And you're going to be sending that back into us so that we can get those payouts happening, okay? So we need those contracts back so that we can make sure, you're able to get paid according to your contract, okay? And so, again, with this whole wellness coaching, there are going to be so many exciting possibilities, so many new ways for you to build your business as we look forward to Women's Health Month in May. I mean, can you imagine with those 39 different reports, how we can do events targeted for specific modalities, right? Or for specific health prevention, whether it's breast health, ovarian health, bone health, heart health. There are so many possibilities. Men's health. Can you imagine doing a prostate awareness where we can actually educate people and do scans and give people a free report card on their prostate, right? There's so many opportunities with this. You're going to all want to be a wellness coach because it's going to open up so many possibilities and help you build your business like never before. And so before I move on to the last portion of today's call, I do want to also celebrate our very own Dr. Patricia Van Pelt, our president, because if you've noticed on the website now, we're actually celebrating her, and her quote is up. And I felt like this is a really good quote to share before I go into the next segment. And here's what she said. She said, back in 2019, Wakanna was just another dream, vying to enter the physical world as an essential entity that provides a path for ordinary people to access what had been the elite only cannabis space. Multiple calls would come for us to abort the dream of Wakanna. But four women led by faith, integrity, and love, including me as president, took on the pain, labor, and uncertainty of the birthing process. Like the trailblazing women that came before us, we often found ourselves in the throes of multiple challenges, but we are united around this one thing. Wakanna is an essential gift, and we are proud to lead Wakanna into its fullness. And so, with that being said, I'm also wanting to share some good news because I really felt that was a really great quote to go into this next segment. And so many of you who joined our call a few weeks ago, I talked about, wow, on the last day of Black History Month, on my birthday, okay, so I took it personal, right? On the day before Women's History Month, the Sun Times thought they could stop us from empowering our community, right? And so here we have this Caucasian man got a little bit aggressive, right? Wanted to talk about an opportunity that he never experienced, an opportunity where he never came to our office, never had a chance to experience our culture, but yet wanted to try to stop our community from taking back its health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. Well, today, as I said earlier, I am here to spread the good news because when we look at our numbers, right, we look at the fact that they were so intentional, okay, releasing this article on February the 28th, okay? But then when we look at Wakanna Nation, when we look at our customers, when we look at our distributors, guess what happened? You responded. We responded because today we have already crushed last month's numbers. So think about that for a second. What we did in February, this month is not even over yet, and we have already crushed February's numbers. In fact, when we think about where we were this time last year in March, and we had another exciting, explosive contest happening. In fact, that contest ended up being a record-breaking contest. But I'm here to tell you that despite the fact that we already had such a super uber success last March, we continue to stay more than 30% over what we did this same time last year. And all I can tell you guys is we can never, ever, ever, ever allow someone who has never experienced our product, never experienced our company, never experienced our culture to try to hijack our future. Wakanna is in each and every one of us, and Wakanna represents all of us. And I am so proud to be the CEO of Wakanna for Life, and I am so proud of each and every one of you. And all I can tell you is, guess what? Buckle up, because the best is yet to come. We are going into those triple-digit growth months. We're going to go into some massive momentum. We're going to hit that double-digit, seven-figure goal that we've set to do this year. And I'm telling you what, they're going to wish, okay, they wrote the story to be on our side, because we will be, the crown jewel of the CBD industry, and we are going to be the largest, most successful, and reputable company in this space. And so mark my words. And so super excited, guys, because we have some other good news to share, because we know that our VP of Business, and now she's our VP of Operations, Shannon King, she is on the line, and she's going to give the numbers to you. She's going to let you know where we're at with some of these exciting new product launches. And so without any further ado, Shannon King, can you go ahead and unmute your line so that you can go ahead and update everyone on the numbers?
Hi, Melissa. Hi, everybody. Oh, my gosh. These numbers are absolutely wonderful. You said they're up since last year. Well, let me tell you guys what we've done so far in the month of March. From the 1st to the 21st, our sales are 137,963. We have 368 new customers so far this month. 595 repeat customers that have come back. And this is just what's showing on the websites, right? Our average order value is $115. And so let's talk about what the top 5 products by revenue. In first place, this is really great. The Flat Belly 21-day cleanse at 33,883. This is just so far in March. And in second place, this is not a surprise, the Extreme Pain Relief 400 milligram at 11,150, followed by the Crown Jewel full product dispensary at 7,984. In fourth place, we have the broad spectrum gummies, the bottle at 5,153, and then followed by the power gummies, the bottle at 5,113. Okay, let's talk about top selling products by quantity. First place, the blood type test kit. Could you guys believe that? 379 of those were sold just this month alone. The Extreme Pain Relief in second place always makes the list at 191. Broad spectrum gummies, the bottle at 130. Power gummies, the bottle at 128. And the Flight 300 pre-rolls at 120. And so that is really, really interesting information. Melissa, I will send it back to you. But I just got a call this morning that somebody wants to do a bulk dispensary, a bulk dispensary. So the word is spreading and, always great information.
Wow, Shannon, I tell you what is fire right there? I mean, when you said $33,000 in that new product that we launched, just a few months ago, we see that going to 330,000. We see that going to 3 million, guys, because we're starting to see exponential numbers on that already. If you compare what she said to where we were this same time last year, that is literally some growth that we haven't seen in a long time in this industry. And so I am super fired up. Thank you for that report. And I know you got everybody on the line fired up. Speaking of fired up, we want to really thank our phenomenal co-captains, Phyllis Nash and Dan Johnson, for really leading the charge in March Madness. I'm telling you what, they have put some fire in this business this month, and I'm going to go in and give it up for those who actually finished as the Elite Eight. So if you were in the Sweet 16, hey, guess what? We got the redemption rounds for some of you that might have got eliminated this week. But I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out for our Elite Eight first in the individual competition. And I'm going to start with number 8, Gloria G.G. Harris. Number 7, Karen Carruthers. Number 6, Dr. Roz Belt. Number 5, Willie Mooney. Number 4, Dr. Kimberly Dautrieve. Number 3, Dr. Barbara Brooks. Number 2, Ernestine Davis. And number 1, Frida McDuffie. So that is super exciting because those are the top 8 in the individual competition. And so what I want to do real quick, I also want to name those competition winners for the group contest. In the number 8 spot, we have Never Give Up, and that was led by Captain G.G. Harris. In the number 7 spot, we have Dr. Kimberly Dautrieve and her team. In the number 6 spot, we have Contagiously Walking in Power with Ann Mooney. In the number 5 spot, we have Diamonds in the Making with Dr. Rosalind Belt. In the number 4 spot, we have Diamond Achievers with Stephanie Lee. In the number 3 spot, we have Wakanna Superstars, and that's led by Terry Anderson. In the number 2 spot, we have Contagiously Manifesting Favor with Ernestine Davis. And then in the number 1 spot, we have our team in Boston, Massachusetts, led by Bernadine Kirkland. And so again, guys, we give it up for each and every one of you because truly you guys are driving so much momentum and we are super proud of you. But if you did not hear your name called, guess what? It's not where you start, but it's where you finish. We have the redemption round because redeeming yourself means to succeed or do something good after the feeling of failure. And all I can tell you is sometimes failure is necessary. Winners fail their way forward. And so with that being said, speaking of winners, if you won the trip to Jamaica, make sure you've checked your email and sent back your flight details that we need. We need to know what city we are booking your flight from. So please urgently get that back today. Check your email because that trip is happening from June the 6th through June the 10th. If you want the extended stay in the special villa, oh my goodness, we have a private chef. We have a private escort that's going to take us around. So excited about that. But that would last to the 12th of June. And so with that being said, I want to remind everyone to tune in at 2:30 p.m. Central for Save Our Strand. They've done an amazing job really revamping that call. Dr. Rita has joined it, and you want to make sure you're plugging in, you're supporting that call. Get your hair professionals on that call tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central. You want to tune in with our DJ, Dr. Roz, for the virtual hair party. And then at 8 o'clock, we're going to do the presentation. These are all Central Time Zones. Tomorrow, I want to remind you to set your alarm for the Diamond Factory with our very own Chief Sales Officer. And so with that said, we want each and every one of you to have a Wakanna day because we're going to see you where? At the top, the very top, the tip top.